Hey, welcome back to John Green Tech. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my personal 4 reasons as to why I won't be going with the Obsbot Tail Air. If you've watched my previous video, then you know where I've highlighted the strengths of this device and why I like it. There's a lot of capabilities, one being the fact you can purchase a remote to control this device, which is freaking awesome. So my first reason as to why I won't be keeping this device within my setup is unfortunately the image quality. For one, I like the color that the Obsbot produces, but essentially that it's a 1/1.8 sensor in comparison to a lot of the other webcams that are out there. The image quality, I feel, just isn't on par. Last year in 2023, we saw Razer Kazer Pro Ultra dominate the market with a 1/1.2 inch sensor that was freaking amazing, if I'm being honest. Now, it doesn't have the capabilities that this device can offer, being the pan, tilt, and so forth, or tracking you or whatnot, and setting preset positions, or even having the ports that this device comes with. But the quality, in my opinion, is just a bit underwhelming from what I would expect from a device of this size. You know, a beefy device like this, I'm thinking I'm getting the best type of specs that come out there. Sensor wise, the quality just doesn't line up. So hopefully they come out with something like an Obsbot Tail Air Pro that has a better sensor, still keeps the colors and many of the functionality that this device offers. My second reason for why I won't be keeping this device is there's no privacy mode. When you're not using the device, the camera just essentially dwindles, and so you have this camera that's plugged into your PC looking at you at all hours of the day, and it's a bit annoying. I like the mechanism put in place for the Insta360 or the Pocket 3 lineup, where essentially when the device isn't being powered on or isn't actively being used, you know, it goes into a mode where the camera is not looking at you 100% of the time. The last two are really just, you know, me nitpicking about things that I wish they'll improve on the future version of this device. So my third gripe with this device would have to be the port placement. I'm not sure why Obsbot took this approach, but essentially they sort of scattered the ports for this device all over the place. I mean, thank goodness they included as many ports as they did, but on one end, on the back end, you have the USB-T Type-C port. And then on the right, you have HDMI port, micro SD card slot. And then off to the left, you have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which I don't know why they wouldn't just put all of those ports in the back. That way you can route all of your cables cleanly towards the back of the device. In my opinion, that would be my gripe. My last disappointment as to what this device doesn't have is being that you can utilize it in a standalone mode. You can record it to an SD card slot. I would have really liked the ability to shoot and record in some sort of log mode where you would have the capability of capturing as much detail from the image that you're shooting and be able to play around with the colors in whatever editing software that you use. I thought that would have been a really nice touch if they were to include that into this device. I do realize that it is primarily made for, you know, video and just streaming, so plug and play and boom, you get what you get. But I think that would have been a nice aspect. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think and what aspects do you enjoy the Obsbot Tail Air. For me, from the 2 weeks that I've had it, I do think it's really nice. I have to say, I almost fell in love with the remote that you get, even though I'm not sure why this side panel is exposed. I imagine that it'll be modular in the future. But yeah, it's freaking cool. You can preset positions. You don't have to utilize an app after you set it up. You just use this and control the device, which I think is awesome. And I wish more manufacturers did that. But yeah, that's all. That concludes my thoughts as to my reasons as to why I won't be sticking with the Obsbot Tail Air a part of my setup. Hopefully I can include the Pro version down the line when they release that. If they come out with that type of version, that'll be nice to see. But as always, thanks for viewing. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.